المرة الثامنة التي تعكس الثقة والعلاقات الأخوية وأيضا لها أهمية.
It plays a great and a strategic pivotal role on the international and regional levels, and as we usually reiterate on the bilateral ties between us would never be but for the sake of the common interests of both countries, and also such ties, they usually call for peaceful security and stability of the Mediterranean area. We also how to get the historical relationships with the brotherhood with the the countries, and we also take into consideration that the three countries have got their concern on expanding the common interests, and throughout our constructive dialogue that we got today to be able to tackle the methods and the mechanism of how to increase the collaboration between us by announcing the nicosia statement, which is considered to be the reference and the document by which we get the guidelines for achieving our priorities that we put up front. Meanwhile, I'd like to congratulate and to welcome the great resolution of establishing the permanent secretary for the collaboration and to be in CNOSIAM. And ladies and gentlemen, throughout the consultations that we got today, in addition to the existent collaboration issues, we got the chance to have study on the provided and unexposed achievement in different levels and different fields, and we will tackle how to provide the collaboration in other also different arrangements and other fields. As the energy field, which is one of the most important files in the tripartite collaboration, so we reiterated on our will to expand and to deepen the collaboration between the three of us, and also through a number of agreements by which we can utilize such chance to also launch the natural gas file, and we also welcome the signing of the gas forum signing, and also as the regional institution for the collaboration and coordination of the energy of the 7 establishing members in that forum. And again, this is considered one of the milestones of the DREAM initiative that's been expressed by His Excellency President Fattah Sisi. Such collaboration which usually helps to link the bridge between the countries, even those countries that have some differences, but this forum has helped to get the points of view closer, and how to bring all countries on common ground and have to have mutual understanding, and also how to make sure that we have a common ground for the methods and a mechanism of establishing solutions for the pivotal differences and settlement on territories. And we again reiterated on the importance of linking between the cable electricity for the Africa connector, which is one of the projects that support the safety and security of not just the participating countries, but also according to Europe and the stance which has been shared for the sake of the importance of exerting much more efforts to combat terrorism and extremism, and that also includes taking procedures against any of those who may try to support any of those extremist organizations, whether by weapons or by militias or even by financing efforts. Another file was also related to the reasons behind the existence of the liquidity of the migrants and refugees and asylum seekers, taking into consideration the economic repercussions and the social developments and the impacts resulted from those issues, and also to consider the road for the east of the Mediterranean road, which is the most effective and active route taken for the migration. And in that regard, we indicate to the importance of how it is very significant to have such a role in confronting all of the increased vibes of the migrants, and also the expenses that we got for the combating of these activities that are conducted by the smugglers and the illegal time, where we've got the acknowledgement for the related achievements that's been done and already achieved in Egypt. That was actually through having the national plans for combating the illegal immigrations and also the smuggling. And also another file that we were concerned on tackling, which was the preserving of the cultural heritage for each country, especially for the Mediterranean countries and the East and the Middle East, and also to emphasize on our preservance to firmly stand still for any of the related national security and also the cultural security, especially in the deep levels of the sea throughout the contract agreement. So, ladies and gentlemen, our meeting today is being conducted in a very critical area for the whole Middle East. Unfortunately, that's in the same time where we see different shapes of the collaboration and activities that call for the establishing stability and security for the east of the Mediterranean region. However, Turkey, throughout its number of provoked and illegal activities, lead to the deterioration of the situation and increase the tension on the surface, and also hinder the regional stability and security throughout the interventions into Syria and to send mercenaries to Syria, and also throughout the breach of the legal by delimitation marks into the sea. So we here strongly and firmly condemn all of these provoked activities by calling for Turkey to respect the 550 and 750 of resolutions of the Security Council, to have the respect for this area, which is considered to be one of the Cyprus significant territories. Also, in talking about the illegal digging and the provoked activities that are conducted in sea areas where we already have got, according to the international law, that we've got the delimitation agreements between Egypt and Cyprus that's been signed in 2003. And thirdly, the attempt to get some of the investigations which are not legal in Greece, and also the continuous breach for the national regional sea in Iga, Cyprus Sea. Fourthly, to sign the Memorandum of Understanding, which is illegal in terms of the delimitation in the Mediterranean Sea, and also such MOU which has been signed among Turkey and Mr. Siraj Farag. Meanwhile, we also emphasize on the importance of the respect of the sovereignty rights for each country within its borders and its sea limitations, and not by giving any justifications to Turkey, but also throughout the respect of the regulations and what's been stated in the international law and in the provisions of the the United Nations delimitation procedures, and that they should have a permanent stop for these activities. Also, we have exchanged our views for the recent developments related to Libya, and we reiterated on the importance of reaching an inclusive settlement by which we should have the respect of the unity of the territories for this country. And in terms of Syria, we also expressed our view of the importance of respecting the unity of and the independence of this country on its territories and for their people, and we expressed our full support throughout the initiative that's been done by the UN, and also tackled the peace process in Middle East. And with the consensus agreement, we approved the importance to have inclusive and comprehensive solution based on the UN Security Council resolutions. And regarding the situation in general, in the full picture, we also tackled the developments of the situations that's been conducted recently in regards to Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia. And we also expressed our words regarding the negotiations that have been conducted by the AU that have unfortunately resulted in any milestones that we expected, and that there should be continuous consultation in that regards and up to the as to reach the parallel and fair settlement. Ladies and gentlemen, along with the Prime Minister and the brother President, we have got also the importance that Egypt pursues for achieving a partnership, a beneficial partnership for both sides, especially in the mutual concerned field. And we are so concerned to deepening the relations between UN and Egypt in a way that can meet the needs and the common ground of both levels. And in that regards, we have saluted the importance of the communication, which is getting better continuously between the EU and Egypt, and also expressed altogether, along with the Greek Prime Minister, that Egypt is a very pivotal partner and plays a significant role with the European partner, and plays its great role in different fields such as security and stability and combating terrorism, and also the illegal migration. And as we usually say, that the Cyprus issue should also be taken into consideration, the existence of a new leader, that the Turkish case was also one of the points that we tackled throughout our agenda today. Emerging from this point, I have informed all of my friends that I have already given sent my invitation, and the invitation was already received by the leader of Cyprus and Turkish people to gather for an informal meeting on the 19th of October. I have sent already to the UN Secretary General expressing my readiness for participating in a new initiative at the earliest convenience for the sake of the mutual understanding that's been already achieved on the 25th November in Berlin, and as been already expected that, and I hope that it will be also accepted, that the main factor of the success of those efforts is to provide the adequate environment throughout decreasing the level of tensions, and to decrease the challenges and all of the provoked actions that we usually see from the Turkish side, and to stop immediately for all of the threats that we get from Turkey, and also all of the illegal activities that we referred to precedently. And also I'd like to express my great appreciation and my profound gratitude and my thanks, and to pay tribute to all of different countries, and particularly to Greece and Egypt. And we will never ignore any sort of or any country that usually support us for the sake of ending of the Turkish activities, and to find acceptable and rational reason that could be accepted by all related parties based on the resolutions of the UN and also the international law and the Security Council, and also to call for the principles of the European Union, which is one of the solutions that guarantee the united territories for United Cyprus, apart from any of the very old-fashioned warranties system, and also beyond any harms for any third partner, and also to provide the full dignity and respect to all of the peoples, and that we will never make it possible under any assessment from the European institutions. So this is a sort of warranty and guarantee to make sure that the Cyprus people won't feel that the Turkish partner should step down from any of the solutions that may hinder the country from fulfilling its milestones. My dear President Sisi, my dear Prime Minister, I would like to re-welcome you, and also to pay tribute to the great gratitude and my personal gratitude as well on behalf of the people for your support, for the continuous exerted efforts to find a solution for the Cyprus case, and also the unique collaboration that we have on the international conferences and summits level for the sake of achieving what we look forward to have, and if we can say it, as the factors of the stability and peaceful stability. So thank you and welcome one more time, President Sisi. The floor is yours. My dear friend, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, Your Excellency, President Nicolas Exasiatis, the President of Cyprus, Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, the Greek Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I am so honored to be with you here in my foreign country. I'd like also to express my gratitude to His Excellency Aliciadis for the great hospitality and for the organizing of the event, in addition to the perfect organization of our 8th organization for the tripartite summit between Egypt, Cyprus and Greece, which is coming this year in the commemorative for the establishing of the strategic relations between Egypt and Cyprus in 1960. I here reiterate on what this tripartite mechanism represents since it's been done in 2014 from the strategic event to exchange the views on the mutual exchange of points of view between the three countries, and how to meet this for the sake of the military, cultural and economic milestones, and also to document all of the actions regards the regional and international important cases, and pursuing for the support of the common cases, and also to participate and enhance all of what can help in combating all of the current threatenings. Such a mechanism has helped to agree on the projects of collaboration in transportation, tourism, agriculture, energy field, and emerging from our mutual concern for the ultimate exploitation of what our countries have as resources and assets. This can help to reach what their peoples would like to have as in the luxurious and prosperous life. And emerging from this, and in parallel with our also partners in the Middle East, on the establishing level on the energy project, which is presenting the stability and security, and also framework for the agreement on mutual projects in the gas field, which can utilize the great assets that we have in the Middle East, and also for the sake of reaching the common concerns, with making sure that each country reserves its sovereignty. And emerging from that point, we have our unique mechanism for the tripartite collaboration as being providing two successful models for putting the science of the delimitation according to the international laws and the articles of the UN maritime laws, as we have signed with Cyprus and Greek two delimitation agreements, which reflects the great common leadership, which is calling for the utilization of the oil and gas assets, and also to have new horizons and opportunities for more regional collaboration in the energy field. Distinguished guests, our meeting today has witnessed great constructive dialogues that has reflected the perspectives upon the regional and international, especially in the east of the Mediterranean region, in light of the provoked actions which are represented in the breach of the international laws and the trespass of the sovereignty of each country, and to transport the foreign militias to the areas in between. And we have agreed that we should have mechanism in combating these threatening, which is shaking the stability of the region. Also to work with international coalitions to work on preserving the requirements of the international security and regional security. And emerging from this, we have renewed our support for the great inclusive and continuous Cyprus agreement according to the Security Council in a way that can unite both levels of the island one more time. Also, we have tackled all of the different levels of the peaceful peace in the East and the Middle East, as we agreed on the continuous efforts for the settlement of the Palestinian case based on the legislative regulations, and also to get the current stance and to resume the negotiations for the sake of achieving this milestone. Also, we have tackled the situation in Syria, and we indicated that to resuming back the dialogue between all of the concerned parties. The 22nd and 45 international law items represents the strategic solution. And also we have expressed our contempt for any illegal military existence on the Syrian territories, or any stakes for changing the residents in the south and south Syrian part. And also we re-emphasize on the support of the stability and sovereignty of Syria. From another part, we also confirmed on the importance of all of efforts to have a standstill for the combatant of the terrorism, and to stand against any of the organizations that may help those groups, and to have a permanent and end cause route for those terroristic organizations. Also to urge the international community to be liable for all of those supporting these terrorist organizations. And also the summit has indicated the importance of the Egyptian role in the combating of the illegal migrations, and that we have hosted more than 5,000 million refugees, and that we provided them with all of the requirements, and we stopped the liquidation of the illegal immigration since 2016, based on our own capabilities and emerging from our ethical commitments, especially that Egypt has never any stage has tried to utilize this as a provoked method to negotiate with its foreign partners for any sake of financial or political sakes. At the end, I'd like to express my great gratitude to His Excellency and the Prime Minister of Greece and the for this great dialogue, conservative and constructive dialogue that's being done in a very transparency and peaceful, and I look forward to have our next dialogue in our next year with Cyprus. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, we have concluded a while ago the Tripartite Summit in its 8th round for the cooperation between Egypt, Cyprus and Greece, which is one of the models of the understanding among the peoples of the three countries, such neighboring countries, which is representing a model of the common ground of the three countries who have the same direction based on the international laws and the establishing peace in such area full of tensions. And maybe a year ago, during our meeting in Cairo, we have got lots of developments. Unfortunately, not such great and positive developments, as you see that on the second strike of corona pandemic on our planet Earth, that led to the loss of more than 1 million people, and also led to more than around 40 million cases, which lead to repercussions on the international economy, and also lead to shed light on the importance of the coherence of communities, as both presidents have tackled the issues related to the tripartite collaboration. Allow me to spotlight to more issues related to the security, regional security, and inevitably the conduction of such a meeting comes in line with the risks and the ratings that are made by the Turkish leadership that may imagine that they can have expansive empire projects from Cyprus to Somalia and even in Aegean Sea and Gazveen Sea, also in Al Caucasus. Maybe sometimes also we find some of those maps, some of those MOUs, and some of these internal regulations in the framework of the unilateral provoked
متطرفة. وقد اتفقنا على أن هذا سلوك يعد انتهاك صارخ للقانون الدولي ويشكك في التزامات اتفاقيات دولية، وفي ذات الوقت فإنه يقوم بتقويض الأمن الإقليمي.
Under the international threatening that we work as the three countries to pay all of our concern for combating these threatenings. So, my dear President Nicosia, such breaches may lead to the humiliation and insultation of the international resolutions by the Security Council, and also may lead to other problems in Atlantic, and also this comes in the combating of the policies of some of the countries like USA, Russia, Arab countries, and also other countries. And maybe we've got the opportunity to understand the expected impacts of the continuance of such provoked activities by Turkish leadership, and we have done this on bilateral and trilateral dialogues, and that how such illegal MOU among Ankara and in the framework of Tripoli,
حدود
which is
بحرية
based on
غير موجودة
illegal and
قد
unexistent
يترتب
delimitations
عليها
that may
آثار
have got
كثيرة، وأيضا
also
نقل
numerous
المرتزقة
negative impacts, and the
السوريين
transportation of
يؤدي إلى
the Syrian
تهديد
mercenaries that may also
شمال أفريقيا
increase the threatening
والأمن
level
على
in
مستوى
the
أوروبا،
South
وطبعاً
in
يؤدي
North
إلى
Africa,
تقييد
and also may
من
lead
شأن
to
الجهد
the
الذي نقوم به لمكافحة
decrease in the
الإرهاب،
levels
وطبعاً
of the efforts that we exert
تجاه
currently for
ليبيا
combating all of the
كما
terrorism
تم التعبير
groups,
عنه
and also,
من
as we said,
خلال
in the Libyan
مشاوراتنا.
situation
فهي
throughout
واضح
our
فإن
dialogue, it is
الحل
very
السياسي في ليبيا
apparent
يجب
that
أن
the
يأتي
political
فقط من
situation should
الليبيين دون
come
أي
from
تدخل
the Libyan
أي
people themselves
أجانب
without any
في هذا
foreign
الموضوع. وطبعا من
interventions.
المفيد
And for
الإشارة
sure,
إلى
such file is
مبادرتين
very
قامت
important
بهما
here to mention
مصر،
two of the
مثل
initiatives that's being
مبادرة
conducted by Egypt,
الغردقة،
which is
وطبعا
Hurghada
اليونان على
initiative, and
استعداد
also
للإسهام
we
باليوم
want to
التالي
confirm that
في
Greece is
ليبيا.
very ready to
وقد
participate
ناقشنا أيضا
for any initiatives in Libya.
السياسة
Also, we've tackled
الهجومية
the
التركية ضد الجمهورية
attacking
القبرصية التي لا
the
تستمر
attacks that we
فقط
have from Turkey
بإرسال
against
سفن
Cyprus,
داخل
that they are
المنطقة
not just
الاقتصادية
sending
يتدهور
their
ذلك من خلال
they're deploying and
مبادرات
exploiting
مثل
ship to
التي
waters,
حدثت في
but also it's even getting deteriorated
الساحلية
by
في
the
منطقة
coastal side in Amagostus area,
وعن طريق
by
إيجاد
trying
إصابة
to
أخرى،
find
جرح
another
آخر في
wound
المنطقة
in
المحتلة من
the
الجزيرة،
occupied level of the island,
بانتهاك
and
بالتعبير
also
بذلك عن
by
انتهاك
breaching, such was a
قرارات
breaching
الأمم
to
المتحدة
the
بهذا الشأن،
UN
وطبعا
resolutions
هذا
in that
يعد
regards,
بمثابة
and such
وضع
action is
لغم في
represented
طريق
the
الحل العادل
one
للقضية
of the
القبرصية. وقد
bottlenecks
طبعا
in the
استمعنا
finding
باهتمام بالغ
solution
إلى
for
تحليل
the
الرئيس
Cyprus
القبرصي
statement, and as we
فيما
have also
يتعلق
listened to the
بالانتخابات
president,
التي حدثت
the
مؤخرا
Greek
في
president, for
الأراضي
the
المحتلة
developments that have been
القبرصية،
conducted recently in the occupied
وطبعا
islands
سواء على
of
المستوى
Greece, whether
الثنائي
on the
وبعد
bilateral or
ذلك على
even
المستوى
on the trilateral
الثلاثي، فقد أكدت
consultations.
على الدعم
We
غير
again have
المنقطع من
reiterated
اليونان
on the
إلى جهود
endless support from Greece
الجمهورية القبرصية تحت رعاية
under
الأمم
the auspices
المتحدة،
of
وهو
the
ما طلبه
United Nations, which is
الرئيس
being
أنستاسيادس،
requested
والهدف
by
هو
President
أن يكون
Anastasiadis
هناك
for
اتحاد
the sake of
قبرصي
having
فيدرالي
a federal
يعتمد
Cyprus
على
union
المنطقتين
based on the dissolving of both
والطائفتين، ويكون
divisions and
حلاً
both areas, and to
موحداً.
be a
ومن
unified
جانبه
solution. And from his
أطلعت
part,
فخامة الرئيس
His
وفخامة
Excellency
الرئيس على
and both
التحركات
Excellency
الهجومية
presidents
من
have
جانب
also tackled the
القيادة
attacks
التركية
from the
ضد
Turkish
اليونان،
leadership
وبعد
against Greece, and
فترة من
after
الجهود
a while
الشاقة
of great efforts to resume the
الاستكشافية بين اليونان
inspective
وتركيا،
dialogues between
يكون
Greece and
موضوعها
Turkey
القصري
that
فقط هو
should
المنطقة
shed light on
البحرية
the
والاقتصادية
delimitation
الخالصة.
and the maritime and economic zone. And unfortunately, and I want to reconfirm again, that Ankara has preferred to have the offensive policy instead of just having the exploring policies. They just rather have decided to send those ships, and rather than having the fruitful dialogues, they preferred to get the situation expressed throughout illegal and unfair requirements. And as President Anastasiadis and President Fattah al-Sisi have just confirmed that Athens has signed and approved the two legal delimitation agreements along with Italy and Egypt, and such agreements that's been signed with Egypt, such were having the demonstration of the collaboration of 15 years years in a row for the common ground of both sides. And in the same light, we also continue in the constructive and building field, and we agreed that we cannot get our issues resolved in terms of the limitation issues, but we are ready to refer to the International Court, and based on this we can dissolve the differences and controversies, and also with any of the concerned countries. And in that light we also get to the international law, and based on this we would say that the Middle East could be centers and regions of stability and peace, and as being expressed by His Excellency that we do have already an existing place. If Turkey would ever try to understand and to follow the same exact basics and perspectives and laws that are imposed by the well-neighborhood relations, and we do not just want to confirm again that such a tripartite mechanism and such a tripartite mechanism, they just do not exclude any of third parties, but they are just common mechanisms that acknowledge and believe that throughout the mutual dialogue we can get to the ultimate benefits for our people. So we understand very well in Cyprus and Greece that such road, which is the road of the coalition and consortiums, it's a sort of marathon, and that we can find lots of hinders and that we can also have some of the activities that are hindering the situation. However, in the diplomacy sake, we ask the countries of the EU that not to sell weapons anymore to Turkey, and that's even what's been stated above in the framework since 2008, that we cannot accept that the part that called for peace can also be the same part that sell weapons and bombs to also and even to use such weapons against the European countries. Meanwhile, in terms of the custom dumping agreement between the EU and Turkey, such should be also for the sake of both sides. So it's not acceptable that a country which is one of the candidates to join the EU to be exempt from the custom fees, and at the same time that such candidate state member to also get the delimitation and to increase the tensions in the Mediterranean Sea. So I would like also to express my great happiness that I hear one more time gathered with my dearest President, His Excellency President Fattah al-Sisi, on such great, and it's in first kind of meeting after the delimitation agreement, which is a historical agreement between both countries for the economic zone, and we've got the chance to acknowledge the pivotal role that Egypt usually plays, as Egypt usually plays the factor of stability in the East Mediterranean basin. And we should not forget that just a month ago we also signed on the estimated gas forum, where Cyprus, Greece and Egypt, Italy, Jordan and Palestine share together, and they work all together in the field of emerging from that point. We also would say that such mechanism, it may be possible for Turkey to participate if it's not will be executed, and if it will put an end for its activities and operations, because otherwise they just even get their states and their people in the dark side side. So I would like also to
نيكوس
thank
أنستسيادس.
President Nikos
أود أن
Anastasiadis, and I'd
أشكرك
like also
على هذا
to deeply thank and
الاستقبال الحار.
appreciate your
وطبعا تعلمون
warm
أنه من
greetings and
خلال
hospitalities.
تعاوني
And
مع
as you know, that
رئيس
throughout
أنستسيادس
my collaboration with
تعاون
President
وثيق. أود أن
Anastasiadis,
أهنئك على
I'd
هذا
like also
التنظيم
to
الممتاز وعلى
congratulate
هذه
you
الضيافة
for this amazing
الحارة هنا
organization
في
and the warm
قبرصنا
welcoming in our
العزيزة.
dearest
وفي
Cyprus,
أيامنا
and
لا
in
يجب أن نقوم
such time
بحساب
where we should
إلى أين نتوجه.
pay tribute,
هذه
common
مقولة
interest.
من
And
الشاعر
maybe this is one of the
الكبير جورج
quotes by the poet George Safaris,
الذي كتب
who wrote
هذه القصيدة
such
في
poem
القاهرة
in
عام
Cairo in
1942.
1942.
طبعا شاعر
The
كبير
one
قد
who's a
أحب
very well-known
بلادنا
poet who loved
الثلاثة. نحن
our three
نسير
countries, that we
باستقرار
work
في
together
طريق
for the
التعاون.
approach of
عزيزي
the
الرئيس نيكوس
collaboration
أنستسيادس،
and
عزيزي
peace. So my
الرئيس
dear
عبد الفتاح
President
السيسي،
Abdel Fattah Sisi,
أشكرهم
President
مرة
Nicosia
أخرى
Sisi,
على عقد
thank you
هذا
one more time
الاجتماع
for the conduction of
الثلاثي
such
المثمر في إطار
trilateral
التعاون
fruitful
فيما
meeting
بيننا.
in the
شكرا.
framework of the collaboration. Thank you.